up? It's your girl Tony. It's your favorite blogger and only crazy coach with Controlling Your Crazy and Creative Mag. We are back again this week with the juicy topics that you love. Now listen, we are gonna get right into this. Last week, we spoke to the non-existent boyfriend, Tavares, and we talked to him about that topic that everyone seems to love so much, sex. Yes, we are going to talk about sex. We asked, what makes these single women go crazy? Do non-existent boyfriends play a role in women going crazy because of sex? We spoke to our non-existent boyfriend. He said yes, and he is here to elaborate on that topic. So without further ado, let's welcome our guest again, Tavares, our non-existent boyfriend. Thank you for coming back.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So we're here to talk about sex, right? Let's talk about sex, but not just sex isolated, right? Sex when it comes to the non-existent boyfriend and women going crazy. So last time we asked you, does sex play a role in women going crazy? And you said yes. So I want to jump to the questions that were asked to me. Why do non-existent boyfriends have sex with women when they know they don't want a relationship? Elaborate on that.
Well, a lot of times the guy goes into the situation knowing sex is what he wants. And so a lot of times we'll do whatever we have to do or say whatever we have to say to make that happen.
Wow. So basically you're saying every guy's goal is to get sex first? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying the guy's goal is to get sex. Sex is, depending on the situation, it could be the goal. Mm-hmm. But in some situations that may not be the case. But sex plays a major part in a relationship. So whether you wait and have sex or have sex later, like I said, it still has a lot to do with the relationship. So
in our case, right, ladies, because we deal a lot with single women and non-existent boyfriends. They're non-existent in their lives. They're not their man. You know that you don't want a relationship with a particular woman. So what makes you have sex with her and bring in those emotional feelings, knowing that eventually at some point you're gonna say, peace out, I don't want this? What makes men do that?
Because guys are built differently. It's a thrill. So there's a thrill in the chase, and within the chase there's always that point where I want to capture what I want. So once you capture what you want, and sex is pretty much the end result of any game of cat and mouse. Okay. So that's what guys do. So sex is, most of the time, or a lot of times, that's the end result.
Wow, I just want you to hear this, ladies, right? Because sex is the end result. So it sounds like no matter who you are, what you look like, what your background is, where you come from, men ultimately want sex. Now it doesn't mean, right, that they're beasts and that's all that they think about, right, Tavares?
That's true.
Okay, but it just sounds like sex is going to come into the picture. So now, here's another question I get all of the time. For some non-existent boyfriends, once they have sex with a woman, they continue having sex and continue, and they never let that develop into a relationship. So is that guy just there simply for the sex? Or is he just feeling her out to see if it'll get better along the way? What is that about? Why keep going knowing it will grow into nothing on your end?
Because that's how guys are built. Guys are built differently than women. A guy can have sex and there's no emotional attachment.
Wow.
But on a woman's side, once they have sex, it's okay, we're together, or they become attached. But guys are built different, so we don't feel the same way. We feel like, okay, I can have sex with this person and still be cordial. We can still be friends, but women don't feel the same way. So I think that's what's different.
Very interesting, because I think a lot of single women deal with that. They have sex with men and then wonder why it's still casual, wonder why it's not going to that next level. And you heard it first from our non-existent boyfriend. Men are built differently. It doesn't mean they don't have emotions. It just simply means They can have sex casually and it means nothing. They are fine remaining as your non-existent boyfriend, where for a lot of single women, we want it to grow into more. So let me lead into this. Why is it then that after men get the sex, after these non-existent boyfriends get the sex, get what they want from the girl, they just vanish? Because a lot of women ask me, okay, well, if it's just for sex, why not keep it up? Why not let it be a casual thing? It is what it is. It's sex. Why go ghosting? Was it not good? What were you tired of it? Because I mean, it's only been a month or it's only been 2 months. Why disappear after you get it? Why not stay in for the long haul?
Because a lot of times after the emotions start to begin to play in. So a lot of guys don't want to deal with the emotional side of the relationship or the lady. So they have to leave because it's about to get crazy.
Right.
So, and most women can't control their crazy, so the guy has to leave in order to, try to keep things, the way they want it.
And I was waiting for that word. I was waiting for Mr. Tavares here to use that C word, crazy, right? And we mentioned it last week. It's a word that men run to all of the time. It's the best word they can use to describe women when their emotions are out of whack, according to the non-existent boyfriend. Here's how we'll wrap it up. What is your advice to single women in terms of sex? Should they give it up to the non-existent boyfriend and see what plays out, or should they hold back if they don't want to? What should single women do?
It depends on the woman. If you're able to have sex and not get emotionally attached, then go for it. But then again, you don't want to miss out on a good guy because you're playing, okay, I'm going to make him wait. And then he's like, okay, well, she's playing games. So it really depends on the person. So if you're that person that can deal with, having sex and not really being emotional, then go for it. But if not, then you might need to wait.
Ooh, very good advice. Until next time, you can find me at controllingyourcrazy.com and on creativemag.com, Facebook, YouTube, and IGTV. Until next time, it's your favorite crazy coach, Tony. Peace.